What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back, and it is time for a brand new video. Speaking a day after Leeds United's absolutely magnificent 3-1 away win at Sheffield United, all but sealing promotion. It's done. It's done. Well, it's not done yet, but it feels closer, doesn't it? We're going to get into a few things in this video. And of course, I've got a question for you guys that I want you to answer for me. We'll get into that in a bit. First of all, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Of course, drop your thoughts and comments below. Thank you to Dave Webster and John Abbott for the super thanks on the last video. And we've also got a few new members to shout out. Thank you to Will, Dave, and Andrea. Thank you for the support on that, and big up to all existing members of the channel. It really does mean a lot. And if you want to become a member of the channel, the link is in the description. So, people, it was, you know what, I'm fair play look to Chris Wilder, Daniel Farker after the game. It was, you know, very fair in what the comments were saying. You know, Chris Wilder's face, I know, gets a lot of people joy when he's upset, but I think he handled the post match pretty well. I watched him talk in full. I watched Daniel Farker speak in full, and it was pretty fair. You know, Chris Wilder, I guess the only dig that anyone would say that he had was that Leeds fans were quiet up until the 65th minute. But even with that, I don't think we played well up until the 65th minute. That's probably the reason why. But look, he felt that it was an even game, and like you can see on the screen, we would have all shook hands on 1-1 on 89 minutes, but then to lose from a set piece is very disappointing. And there's some fair comments to that, but I did feel once we did score, there was only going to be one winner, much like Sunderland. Daniel Farker, and by the way, Chris Wilder did end it and say, we got pushed back by good players. Big players find the big moments, and they did that. And that's something that I've constantly preached with the squad that we have. If ever a game's tight, we do have the quality to find that point, to find that win, and we've done so yet again, people. Farker did say it was the toughest game, but one of the key things that he did say is that he wants to bring this club back to the Premier League. It's a great honor to be in this chair, and it comes with great responsibility. He also did add as well that he did find it a different view from where he was, and it was a different way to watch the game, which was interesting, but he wants to stay at the touchline. But it's kind of like what we said yesterday. He made subs uncharacteristically early yesterday because he could probably see from a better angle that some things weren't working yesterday. And you know, hopefully he sticks with that, because I was really impressed with his tactical switches yesterday because it was necessary. And with the time he didn't wait to the 70th minute. He went 55, 56 minutes, which was good to see. So hopefully he takes that with him, because he does need to be tactically flexible like that. But all with that being said, our numbers, we finished February, people, and this is courtesy of UFC data. Games 5, won 5, drawn none, lost none. Goals 4, 18 against 2, clean sheets 3, comeback wins 2, points 15 out of 15. Just tremendous numbers, and something that I haven't spoken about at all. And I don't know how it's gone under the radar for me. But again, courtesy of LUFC data, Leeds are now unbeaten in 16 league matches, won 12, drawn 4, lost 0. That's tremendous, man. And I've been talking about us playing well especially since the start of 2025, although the first 2 games were a bit nah. But since then, we've been in a rhythm. But this is great consistency, and it's the reason why we're in the position we're in. We've literally passed the 2 biggest tests of the season. These were games where it could have tripped us up, and we've come out with 6 points out of 6. It's just brilliant work from everyone involved, coaching staff and the players to persevere. And that's where I want to go into next, and that's the main topic. JR Cooper put this out, which I guess made everyone like shiver last night. But every single championship team who have been 7+ points clear ahead of third after 34 matches have gone on to be automatically promoted, which obviously, you know, everyone's saying, oh no, and here comes Leeds. But I honestly, guys, I've got no doubts that we are going to get promoted. But my question is, at this stage now, is does it matter if it's 1 or 2? And the reason why I asked that question is because I've been very, you know, open with it, saying I don't care if we finish first or second. But now we know with the form we've been in, the results that we've had, and especially now with the run of fixtures we have, we've played Burnley twice, we've played Sunderland twice, we played Sheffield United twice. Those are the most difficult fixtures in the league. Everything else now are winnable games. Not saying we're going to win every single one, but they are definitely all winnable games in comparison to those teams. The reason why I ask that question now is, will it bother you if we slip down to second? And the reason why I'm asking is because now we're at the point where we're 5 points clear of Sheffield United, 7 points clear of Burnley. I do feel that we should finish champions. I think it will send out a statement, and just for various other reasons. I think there's players here that will be playing for their Premier League future. And look, guys, I get it. Every time we win, people say we need to strengthen in the summer. I've got it. And we will talk about that in detail when the season's, when we're confirmed as champions, okay? When we're confirmed. But we'll speak about that in detail. But there'll be players here that are playing for their Premier League futures here. And I don't know if any of them can afford to slack off or just take the foot off the pedal, even when we're confirmed as promoted. So even when we get that P next to our name, can we afford a drop off? I don't think so. And I think that there'll be players where we think can play in the Premier League. There'll be players where we're going, I'm not sure. But there'll be others where it's kind of like, nah, you've got to, we've got to cut you off. This is as far as you go with us. We've got to replenish in those areas. But I think there's some players where they, even if the ones that we think can play, they've got to keep the consistency up. They've got to leave it with no doubt. And I think that it's a good audition as well, just to say, look, we're locked in. I know that we're promoted, but there's still a few games left, but we're locked in and we're willing to work. You know what I mean? We are willing to work, get this W, get as many points on the board as possible. And I want to leave it some doubt in your mind that I can play Premier League football. And I do think that's important. Look, some people will say once we're promoted, it may give them the license to drop off. I don't think so. I think we've got to do things differently this time around than before. I know last time we went up and we beat Derby, I think half of the team were drunk that day. But I think it's going to be different now. I think everything's got to be different from the last time we went up. Everything. You have to assess every single thing. And that doesn't always happen. That doesn't always happen in the way that we went up before and go to Derby and just batter them while the team was half drunk. So I'm asking you, will it bother you too much if we slip down to second? And would it raise questions in your mind of, well, why have we slipped down to second? What's been the drop off? Because with every points dropped, there'll be some poor performances in there. Like with every win, that not every player performs well, and in every loss, not every player performs badly, but there'll be some reasons why we would have dropped off. And I'm just wondering, should we finish champions now, or would you still be happy with seconds? Please let me know in the comments. Some news that did come out after the game, courtesy of Popey. Ampadu knee cartilage will require surgery. He will be missing the next few games at least until a full diagnosis and prognosis is provided. And look, Danny Farker's press conference is in a couple of days, so maybe we'll get a bit more information there. This is disappointing, and I know people say, but he sprinted down the pitch. It's a bit different, short sprints compared to a full, back and forth 90-minute game, and especially with the way that Ethan plays. We've got to wait and see how long he's going to be out for. Obviously, it's saying here he's going to be missing for the next few games at least. But I've got no worries with that. I know that some people are saying that, yeah, but we're going to be short of cover if Strout goes down. And there was that incident on the pitch yesterday where Strout did collide with, can't even remember who he collided with, but you thought, oh. And there are players in our team where when they get hit, you think, oh, no, please be okay. Like Solomon the other week where he had a knee on knee against Tri Hume. And it's like, oh no, is he okay? And he come through. Stroud was okay yesterday. But it's going to require everyone to do their jobs. But I think we're going to be absolutely fine in midfield. It will be sticky if, say, Stroud goes out, especially with Verba out at the minute. But I think Daniel Farker will slip back in Giavogi in that area, although that hasn't really been a big success in the matches he's played. But I think we'll be okay, especially in midfield. We're more than fine. He'll either pick Gruev for what he deems the harder away games, or Ruffwell will come back in next to Tanaka. So we're covered there, people. We are covered in that area. But hopefully it's not too bad for Ampadu and he can come back as soon as possible. But like I say, we'll get more full information in the press conference. And yeah, look, just a quick note, and this is going to be the last time I kind of address like the staunch Meslier defenders. I'm going to kind of file them away next to Bamford truthers. But the most the collective comment was for people defending Meslier was that he was going from left to right and he wasn't set, and that's the reason why he batted it in. They thought I was a little harsh. But the thing is, if a goalkeeper isn't set, how many times do you see a goalkeeper bat the ball that isn't going into the goal? It's not going in. If he leaves it, one of the two defenders behind him clear it away. Or if he just doesn't panic because he had such a shaky 20 minutes, he just gathers it. It shouldn't be a talking point, but yet again, something with Meslier is a talking point. But the reason why I say this is because I want you to go around and look around other games. Don't just watch Leeds. Don't just watch Lee. Don't have that Stockholm syndrome. Go and watch other goalkeepers and see how many will have to shimmy from left to right, make crucial saves, and see how many bat them into the goal. It doesn't happen. It's again the exception. It's not the norm. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You know what I mean? Did he redeem himself in the second half? Sure thing. All right. But that first 20 minutes was absolute chaos. And it goes without saying that is going to be definitely one area we'll need to strengthen when we go up. So, people, I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone is good. I'm still in good spirits. I'm in great spirits, in fact. Leeds United, one step, or it's not one step, is it? But it's close. It's close steps into back into the Premier League. And yeah, listen, give me your thoughts on anything discussed in the video. Like the video, and I'll see you in the next one, people. Peace out.